Hello everyone. So today we will see another Azure demo in which we explore Spark streaming in Azure Synapse Analytics. So we have already done a basic demo on Azure Synapse Analytics. So today we will explore Spark, how we can create Spark pool and do some stream processing in the Spark pool. So today we will explore Spark streaming in Azure Synapse Analytics. So let's go to our Azure portal, log in with your credentials and just type SYNA Azure Synapse Analytics and click on it. You can see there is no any workspace, Synapse workspace are present, so you have to create one. So just click on create, and then we have to provide some basic information to creating our Synapse workspace. So we are using the Azure demo subscription. You can choose your subscription according to that. So if you have free trial, you can choose that one. In the resource group, we are creating a new resource group with name Synapse SYN APSC Synapse RG. Click on OK, and a managed resource group. So for the managed resource group, let's choose Synapse managed RG resource group. Next we have to provide a workspace name. So for the workspace name, let's type Synapse SYN Synapse workspace demo, and let's choose the region to be India. Let's search for India. Let's choose the central India, and we have to create a data lake storage gen 2 for this, to creating the workspace. So we need a account name. So right now there is no any data lake storage gen 2. We have to create a new data lake gen storage gen 2. So just typing the data lake as name. If any error occurs, just type some random numbers ahead of it and it will be available. Just click on OK. Choose a file system name so that this data lake have these containers, blob data containers. So just choose that file system demo. Click on OK. Next, leave the all other fields as default, and on the next page, in the security page, choose leave all the fields as default. We don't want to encrypt using double encryption, so we disable it. Next, go to the networking page. Here we don't have to change anything, and click on next tags. And again we don't want to add any tags, so again click on next review and create. So it will validate the configurations, and then the validation succeeds, we will able to create the Synapse workspace. So you can download the template also, but for now we are just creating the Synapse workspace. So it will take around 5 minutes to create all those resources in our resource group, newly created resource group, which is Synapse RG. So let's wait for few minutes and let the deployment let this deployment done gets deployed. Just wait for a few minutes. It will create a data lake which is creating, I guess. So you can see the deployment details. Our data lake gen 2 is created. Next, our workspace is creating Synapse workspace, and then our then a Microsoft role is also created to access the data from Synapse Analytics workspace to Synapse workspace to basically connect with the data lake. So let's see, let's wait for a few more minutes. You can check by clicking on refresh button whether it is updating in real time or not. So let's wait for this deployment to be completed. You can see the operational details about all the resources which are being created in the resource group. So this is the resource group Synapse RG, and the subscription which we are using is Azure Demo. So all the in Azure, all the resources are come under a resource group. So if you enable any resources, if you are using any resources, and if you forget to shut it down after using it, so it will charge you some money, some cost. But if you delete the resource group, then all the resources which you are creating, it will be destroyed, and you don't have any, you don't the Azure wouldn't charge you anything, because the resource group is the, we can say, the superset of all the resources inside it. So if you delete the resource group, then all the resources is also deleted. So let's wait for a few more minutes. So our Synapse workspace is created, and our storage role deployment resources, which basically connects our Synapse workspace to the data lake. So this role is getting deployed. In few minutes this deployment is completed, so just wait for a few more minutes. So our deployment succeed, you will get a notification. So you can see all the deployment details are here. Just click on go to resource group. So here on the resource group page, we will see that a data lake gen 2 is created, data lake, and a Synapse workspace is created with a Synapse WS demo. So click on Synapse workspace and open the Synapse Studio in a new tab. So this is the console of Azure Synapse Analytics, which we are basically in the previous demo, in which we go through the basics of Synapse Analytics workspace, in which we ingest some data and do some hands-on on it. You will know that, if you attend those lectures, then it will be beneficial for you. So today in this demo, we are basically creating a Spark pool, and then explore the stream processing in the Spark pool. So for that, we have to create a Spark pool in our Synapse Analytics workspace. So this is the dashboard of Synapse Workspace demo. You can see that home page, data, develop, integrate, monitor, manage tabs are there, and there are different count products by category. This is the last time I opened when I created the basics video on Synapse Analytics Workspace by ingesting data and something on this account. So this is showing this way. So right now we have to create a Spark pool. So to creating a Spark pool, go to the manage section. Here you can see SQL pools, Apache Spark pool. So just click the Apache Spark pool and you have to create a new Apache Spark pool. Just click on new. So to create a new Apache Spark pool, just type a name for that, Spark pool. Node size to be memory optimized. We need the node size is small, 4 core of CPUs and 32 GB. Auto scaling we enable, and the number of 3 nodes. So this is the estimated cost per hour. You can see the pricing details here. And then click on next additional settings. So we leave all the additional settings as default and just go to the review and create page. So you can review all the configurations and click on create. So after that, a Apache Spark pool is creating in your Azure Synapse Analytics workspace. So you can see that it's in deploying state. It will take few minutes to get deployed, this Spark pool, and then we will explore stream processing, how we can stream processing in Apache Spark pool. So our Spark pool is successfully deployed. So let's go to explore the stream processing. So for that I have a code, Python. I have a notebook code. So just go to this link. I will provide, this is the GitHub link which is provided by Microsoft, DP900T Azure Fundamentals. So you can go to that link, press enter. You can see this code. So this is in the raw format. So if you want to view it in GitHub, just type GitHub. Okay, so this is not available in GitHub. So let's download this code in your local system as a PNB file, notebook file, you can say. You suggest save as all file types and save it as in double quotes with extension IVNB. Click on save. So this is the code we are saving. Again go to the Synapse Analytics page and click on develop button, develop icon here, and just choose the plus menu here and import a Python file which we are just downloaded. So this is the IPB notebook which we are just downloaded and save it in the table. I'm just collapse all these things. Please select a Spark pool to attach before running shell. So we have to attach the Apache Spark pool. We have created this Spark pool, so just attach this Spark pool and we are ready to go. So this is the whole code in which our Spark structure streaming data and delta tables. So this you can set the name of this notebook as Apache Spark streaming data, and if you want to change, you can change it. Now let's go through this notebook. So Spark provides support for streaming data through Spark structured streaming and extend this support through delta tables that can be target or source of the streaming data. So in this whole code we will use Spark to ingest a stream of data from a folder of JSON files that consist of simulated status messages from devices, and the data could come from some other real-time source such as Kafka Queue or Azure Event Hub, like IoT devices also. So you can do that also. So the first part is to create a folder for the incoming stream of data. So you have to do according to the conditions given above. Ensure this notebook is Spark pool. So we are attached to this Spark pool. Run the cell below to create a folder named data, which this stimulated device data will be drawn. So using that from notebook utils, this creates a folder named data through which some simulated device data will be written. So this is basically our input folder, you can say input path. So just run that cell. So first time it will create some it will take some time because it is starting a Spark session, Apache Spark session. So for the first code it might take some time, but hold on till the first cell get executed. So wait for a few minutes, then we will proceed. And this cell creates a folder for input file. Then we use Apache Spark structure streaming to query a stream of data. So we are querying the data which are coming from the input folder, and then read that data. Wait for the cell above to complete. Okay, so this is the file in which we read the data which are coming from the input folder. This is still running. Let's do that. And then when a streamlining data frame has been created, you can apply some transformation on it to aggregate the data and write the results to the output stream. So the input stream is created after the reading of the file, and then we can apply some transformation query and to aggregate the data, and then we can put that data to the output stream, and using that stream we can query the output stream in our memory table using this code. So until this we don't provide any data to this folder. So in this you can see that after running this code we don't get any data because we haven't written any device data yet. So after that we have to add some device data, like in this way: dev device 1, okay, status and the device. Then we will add this data to the input path, and then we will see what happens. So let's see our cell is running or not. So our Apache Spark session is starting, is ready, and now it will take few minutes to execute this cell. So this command is executed successfully. Let's run this command. It will create a streaming data frame that reads the data from the folder, this folder which we have created based on the JSON schema that includes the name of device and its status. Next, this data frame we created we filter out that data and we group by according to the status and device. Just run this cell, but we see that there is no any data uploaded here. So our stream query has started streaming. Stream query is started. Based on that, if any status error is found, it will filter that data. Just using an SQL command, SQL query, we will find the data if we have any device data, but we are not writing any data to our any data to the input folder. So we are adding some device data to our input folder by running this command. So after this, these device data are added to the streaming, and if you run this cell, if the query returns no data, yeah, so for the first time it won't return some data. Just rerun it again. So it will filter based on this data. So we have dev2 has 2 errors and dev1 device has 1 error. So it should filter this data and it should be populated here. So just rerun few more times. After few seconds you will get that, because these streaming data are gone through the streaming input stream and then filter out by the data frame, and then it will go to the output stream, and then we can read it through the SQL query. So here you can see that our dev2 have 2 count and dev1 have 1 count of errors. So you can see review the results. You can see and review the results which are. So let's add some more data to it. So this time we are adding one more data to this input path, and in this again dev1 have additional 1 more error and dev2 have additional 1 error. Again rerun the click query command. If you are not able to increase this, just rerun it, because these are the streaming data. So it will process this data at first and then it will come to this one. So that's why it will be updating in a little bit delay. So according to the streaming data, these all things happens. So right now we are saying that dev2 have increased by 1 and dev1 has increased by 1. So these are the errors in these devices. So let's create a delta table. So in Azure Synapse Analytics, it supports the delta lake architecture, which builds on Spark structure streaming to add some support for transactional and versioning and other useful capabilities. So for that you have to create, we can create delta tables as a target for streaming data or as a source of streaming data of downstream queries. To explore this thing, we will write the streaming data form based on the data folder which we are created previously in the new delta table, which we will define using the path location in the file system. So this is the data folder which we are creating while creating the delta table. So this run this next command. This will add delta table to the input path. So basically this delta table is nothing but the additional values which are coming to the streaming process. You can see that. So we add this delta table to the input path and then we apply streaming on that. Next, run this query this delta table to see the data has been streamed to it. So you can see that these are the data which are right now streaming through this and if the first query returns no data, wait for return through this. So these are the data which are right now going through the streaming process. So delta tables enables you to use a feature named time travel to view the data at previous point in time. So just run this next query and you will be able to see initial micro batch of data that was streamed from the file data. So in this way you can stream the data and creates the delta data and use it accordingly to the Apache Stream Analytics, Apache Spark Stream Analytics. So in this way you can use streaming data in Apache Spark pool of Azure Synapse Analytics. So at last just stream, we should have to stop the streaming process. So in this way you can stream the data in the Azure Synapse Analytics using Apache Spark pool. Hope you liked it. See you in the next one. Thank you.